Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. Looks like it's Connie Corso and Pressa season. I got me a Pressa in now. They sure do look very similar, so much so that I almost have a hard time being able to see what breed is what. Because I don't consider myself a Pressa or a Connie expert. I'm just real familiar with dogs in general, where I can kind of get in the groove right away and start working the animal, and drives are all there. I mean, a dog's a dog as far as I'm concerned. You know, I change what I've got to change based on what that dog's showing me. But like I've said before in the past, I've worked about every dog you could possibly think of. So there's not many dogs that I haven't had my hands on in the past. But again, this isn't a breed that I have every day. It's not my breed of choice like the Dutch Shepherds, you know, that kind of thing. What I will say from my little experience between Chevy and now, this dog's name is Panther. Panther, good looking dog. I like him. He's a little bit more sparky. He's supposed to be a Connie Corso, and I like his attitude a little better than the other dog, Chevy. Chevy's a little bit more laid back, but I wouldn't really relate it to be a permanent stamp on the breed overall, because there's so much genetics that are involved, different lineage, different, you know, it happens with every breed. Some dogs are stronger and more tenacity than other dogs are softer and have a tendency to be a little bit more what they call biddable. Biddable is a word that's used every now and then. You'll hear it. It's in dog training circles. It basically means the dog is very pliable, easy to work, easy to please. He wants to please you, that kind of thing. Easy to train. He's biddable, right? Some dogs are hard-headed. They're stubborn. They don't want to work at all, and they're a little bit more of a chore, right? They're not biddable, right? Biddable denotes the dog is easy to work with and easy. A good example of that, an Australian Shepherd would be biddable, right? Most of them are all biddable because they're just a very easygoing dog, and they're smart as hell, and they learn real fast, right? That's a biddable dog, right? So in general, back to the Pressa and the Connie Corso, I'm seeing a lot of people with them becoming a very popular breed. But my instincts are telling me that this is a breed that suffers the same thing as a lot of dogs in America, especially. A lot of Americans shouldn't have a friggin' dog. And they go in and get a dog like a Connie Corso or a Pressa because they're so cute when they're puppies. Man, they are drop-dead gorgeous. They make you just want to dive in and slobber all over them. Oh my God, look at that puppy! And then, because of that, that means that women are getting them, and they have that, or a man that has that tendency to want to nurture because they're so cute, right? And then they end up doing nothing with the dog except loving him to death. And then when the dog grows into themselves, then they say, oh, now I need to go get the dog trained. Too late. You've had all that imprinting, all that time period between the time that you're going to mold and shape that clay. When they're babies is when that clay is pliable. Okay? Once they get to be an older age, any dog can be trained. Don't get me wrong. But it just takes a lot more work, and you've missed all that critical development period that you really could have made this dog something special. That's what I'm doing right now with Chevy and with this new dog, Panther. I'm going to do everything I can to try to offset their natural tendencies of aggression and everything, and make sure that they're so confident with their outside world, people, places, things, jumping over tables, agility, give them as much confidence as I can so that we get this dog in a denoting being very easygoing and very easy to take out in public and being an exception to the rule. Because again, remember what I've said, in the end with dogs like this and my Dutchies and all of them, they're the ones that suffer. Why? Because they mature into who they are, and the owner didn't do their job to mold and shape that dog into what it should become, and they missed that. And so now that dog becomes a problem and a lot of work, and then boom, they end up getting tired of it. Dogs dug up their whole backyard, whatever it may be, behavior-wise, or getting too aggressive, or whatever it may be, and then they end up getting rid of the dog. And they take it to the pound and they get rid of the animal, and the animal is the one that suffers, because when that dog, Pressa or Connie Corso, grows into themselves, they are truly aggressive, right? And they are truly to a point where they're a liability. And that liability, if they go to the pound's going to look at them and say, oh, too late, 12 months old, 16 months old, that dog is full of himself, and that's a dangerous dog, right? They'll put the dog down that quick. Why? Because the general public can't handle a dog like that. He's so large, you end up going chasing another dog down the street, you're going to get your ass dragged down the friggin' street, right? And that's the problem. Now try to place that dog in a home that's qualified to handle that monster, right? So, very important. People, if you do nothing else when you're listening to me yak and chatter at this damn screen, realize the only one that suffers is the animal. He's the one that gets put to death. He's the one that gets put back into the system and gets rehomed 5 times. And it's a sad thing to have happen. All because of your friggin' ignorance and your idiotic attitude of getting an animal that was overqualified, that you were not qualified to have. You should have never had one, right? And then, secondly, you didn't get off the couch to learn and grow with that animal, to put the work in to make sure that you did what was right by the animal, so that that animal avoided that and he stayed with you, right? Not fair to the animal. And it really irritates. I'm getting to the point where I'm really getting tired of it because I see so much of it, right? There's not much I can't handle and train and deal with, but the ignorance of the general public, I am becoming pretty jaded in my old age. I'm getting to a point where I'm so tired of it. When I was young, I said, yeah, I'm here to help the public learn and grow, and I dig into it. Well, now the public doesn't want to get their ass off the couch, and their work ethic's not worth the shit. They don't want to learn and they grow, and they're lazy SOBs. So whose fault is it? The society as a whole and the general public. And then I come into the picture, and I try my best, and then I become, of course, the asshole because I'm always ranting. Is that guy online? He's always ranting. Hell of a reputation to have. I'm Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, the ranter. I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a good day. Don't do it. It's not fair to the animal. Remember that.